Here we are with top coach Robert Garcia at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. How you doing, coach?
I'm doing good, bro.
Man, staying pretty active. Today's been a busy day since 10 a.m. You got world champs coming in and coming out.
Yeah, that's the way we do it here. We started early because I don't want to train all of them at the same time. So I started at 10 with some of my fighters. 3 top fighters. Then at 12, that's Brandon's time, but since he just fought, so that's the time when we might get a little time off. And then at 2 o'clock, the rest of the group comes in. Maidana comes in at 4, and so on.
And Bam Bam came in today. He looks like he's in high spirits, man. Yeah. Bam Bam, that you're used to seeing.
Look, Bam Bam is back to the way he used to be a couple years ago, and he's dedicated. He's motivated to come back and become a champion again. So he's motivated, bro. He's excited about good things that might happen before the end of the year. Cameron Duncan told him this morning that it looks like they got good plans for something big before the end of the year. So we'll wait and see, and hopefully soon we'll let everybody know.
Now he said that this time out for the TRUBHZ fight, he was in the gym 3 months before. This time he plans on coming right back, so that way he doesn't have any ring rust.
He just texted me right now and said that he's gonna start training Monday. So yeah, he'll be back. We'll start slowly with different things that I need to work on, and hopefully, within 4 or 5 months, he'll be in top shape for whoever he faces.
And now tonight you actually leave to Vegas for the BKB, the Big Knockout Boxing. I think you're gonna be commentating, right?
Yes, I'm gonna be commentating. I already did that once before the last show, and this time I get to do it in Vegas. Mandalay Bay, big show with actually some pretty big names out there. The first show we did was more like a tryout show. The fights were not as competitive or not as good as they are this weekend, and with fighters like Brian Vera and Gabriel Rosado, that could be a Showtime fight,
True.
So it's gonna be a great event, and I'm glad to be part of it.
Very big main event. Now, one of the big things too is that it's no longer bare knuckle or gloves with a slit. They're actually 8-ounce and 10-ounce gloves, depending on the weight class. So that's a big difference.
It's all going to be just like a boxing match. The rules, rep, everything, judging. It's going to be just like a boxing match. The only difference is it's in a circle with no ropes and 2-minute rounds. They just regular fights are 5 rounds, and then any title fight's going to be 7 rounds. 7-minute rounds with no ropes. It's same rules and everything, but it makes a big difference. When you have a small circle with no ropes, it's a big difference. These guys, with all the matchups that are pretty even, we're gonna see nothing but cuts and blood, and it's gonna be insane just to be part of it. And me commentating, I'm gonna get so excited that I'm probably gonna talk like if I was a fan.
True.
It's gonna be awesome, bro.
And the big thing too is they want action, basically. 2-minute rounds. They want all-out slugfest.
That's the way they do it. When the bell rings, they don't even start each in their corner. There's no corner, so there's a small square in the center of the ring. So one fighter has his feet on the square, and the other one has his foot on the square. So when the bell rings, they just start banging.
True.
That's the way it is. If you want to be a boxer, BKB is not for you.
True. And then Pelos is on the card, going to be defending his title.
Pelos is on the card. He has a fight. I can't think of his opponent's name right now, but
Fowler.
He's a different. He's not a bad fighter. He's tough dude. And then I also have Maniaco on the same card. Maniaco, first time they were there, they loved Maniaco because we call him Maniaco, so people should probably understand why. He's insane, man.
That's the bully, right?
Maniaco is like a maniac, bro.
Right.
He's crazy, bro. This dude, we have to control him in the ring because there's been many times that he's sparring, and if the opponent, his sparring partner lands a good punch or something, he'll go rush him and drops him to the floor and starts hitting him in the floor. He's that crazy. So we got to control him. But that's the one that BKB, they loved him. They loved him because he went out, knocked some dude out after the fight, making some faces. They loved him, bro. So that's why they want him back. Pelos had a great performance too. He did really good, so they put him back on. So it's a good sport, if they want to call it sport already. It's different, but it's pretty much, if you've got good boxing skills with, as a brawler, then you're good for that sport.
And that's what they're trying to do, establish the sport. But I want to ask you real quick about Bello's opponent, Fowler, from Tomball, Texas, I believe. He says he's going to put a trailer park whooping on him. What you make of that? I don't know if you had heard that.
That dude is he's tough mentally. He's a street boy,
Yeah.
He's he says he's gonna put a trailer park beating on him. He's that type of person.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know. What he doesn't know is that we also grew up in trailer parks.
Yeah.
We also grew up, so we also have that trailer park mentality. The fact that we've done good with our gym and good fighters doesn't mean that changes. We also grew up in trailer parks here in Oxnard, so it's gonna be a great fight. Man.
Just the body, the only difference.
That's right. It's just the only difference, right? But we're still the same people. Fuck, all my life I grew up in a trailer park until I was like 15 years old. So my youth, it was all in trailer park. So he's, he doesn't know that. He might not know. He thinks that our whole life has been, with nothing but good things. It hasn't been like that. So he's in for a good surprise.
Now, right now, everybody in the house is waiting for Chino Maidana. That's the big one coming up, the rematch, Mayweather versus Maidana. How has training camp been for Chino this time out?
Training camp's great, bro. We started off 9 weeks before the fight. We got 4 weeks left. He's gone great, man. The conditioning is awesome. He's sparring great. The sparring partners that I have are world-class fighters. Tomas Lopez, one of the best at that division. If you want to say welterweight or junior welterweight, because he still wants to fight junior welterweight. So he's one of the best there. Stevie Forbes, a former world champion who has a lot of skills and has helped us in the previous fight. So that's why we brought him back. And then Mikey Garcia. Mikey, I don't have to say much. People know Mikey's, one of the top 10 pound for pound fighters.
True.
Very tremendous power, and they're helping him out very good. Couldn't get any better.
I gotta ask you about the press tour, man. Did that take some kind of toll on you guys? Because it looks like you guys were, irritated. Mayweather was trying to play games, making comments about you fighting Chico Corrales, which is a war, by the way. No shame in losing to him. But then you kind of fired back at him, and a lot of people think you kind of got the upper hand when you said, you know what, my friends are my friends, my girls are my girls. They're not on the payroll. Was that from the tour, or what was that?
When we had fun throughout the tour, This is like Maidana's first time doing it. I did it before with Brandon and with Margarito, but it was just different, bro. The first fight we had with Mayweather, he showed me and Maidana nothing but respect. In the press conference we had in Vegas, he calls me into the into the podium. This is one of the best trainers. He trains Brandon Rios. Brandon Rios was there. Brandon had just lost to Pacquiao, and he's like, "You come back, you be strong, you be good, keep your head up." Then he points at Mikey, one of the best fighters in the world, Mikey. So he actually gave us nothing but respect, about me. Me and Robert, we were champions at the same time.
Right.
Great trainer now. But then we started the pressure in New York. And that kind of caught me off guard. I didn't expect it, but that's when he started, bad mouthing us. He said that, he brought up Corrales. Corrales beating me. Hey, like you just said, nothing to be ashamed of. I lost to a great warrior. Plus,
True.
That was a great fight. So I'm like, okay. Well, so New York, we left it like that because we talked first, and then he comes next. So we couldn't say nothing much. And then as he gets out of the podium, out of the mic, he turns and says, "It's a fucking bum." He called Maidana a fucking bum. So I'm like, all right, Maidana might not know much of what he's saying. Maidana don't even care,
Right.
For him, it's like, whatever. But he did get to me, it kind of got me pissed off. So I'm like, all right, just wait. So next press conference is when, we started getting back at him. And one thing that he started doing since New York, and then he did again in Washington, D.C., while we were talking, because he never sat down.
Right.
While we were talking, he's over there signing autographs and getting all his, his fans, but he does have fans. Getting all his fans, excited. So, so pretty much ignoring us while we're talking. So I'm like, all right, then check this out. So I told Maidana, next one in Chicago. So Chicago, which were probably the best ones. Right. Chicago,
San Antonio.
Well, New York is awesome, but for us, for Mexicans, our fans, Chicago, San Antonio, and LA.
Right.
So I told Chino, this is what we're gonna do, okay? In San Antonio, when we talk, he's not gonna listen to us. He's gonna be signing autographs and ignoring us. ignoring us, but he's
Right.
he's listening to everything we're saying, all right? So I started saying, all that, about the girls and about all his, friends on payroll, and I even said, hey, if you really, because he said at one time, he says, I wish I would have fought you when we were fighting the same division. So I told him, you don't have to wait till, we could take a little walk to the back. Fuck, like I said, I grew up in the trailer park, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we could take a little walk. So then we talk. He's over there signing orders, listening to everything we're saying. I'm like, yeah, I know you're listening, So that's when I brought up those pink gloves. So he comes up to me, and I gave him the gloves. This, you could wear this, so and so. So when he comes to start talking in Chicago, me and Maidana, we get up and we go sign autographs to all of our fans. So then, so I know that fucking got to him, So I'm sure he was mad because we were signing autographs. Everybody was all excited about me and Maidana and the crowd. So very few people were listening to him in Chicago. We did the same in San Antonio. Same thing in San Antonio. When he gets to the mic to start talking, we get down to off the stage and start signing autographs, taking pictures. So we're pretty much doing the same thing he was doing to us, ignoring him. I know he didn't like that.
Well, one thing Chino said that he had to pay attention is este güey no vale madre. All the Mexicans in the crowd start going nuts. And then when you got to the podium, you started talking, and one of the things that you said that everybody was laughing is, look at him listening to me, because he was trying to act like he wasn't listening.
Like he's not over there signing ours, but I know he's looking at me and listening. So look at him. I know he's listening to me. I think he thought or whatever he thought he was gonna. I do respect him, bro. I do respect for what he's done in boxing. He's won titles in so many divisions. He's beaten great champions, He's beaten the great fighters. But we're human, bro. We're human. We're going to the same fucking hole. You know what I mean?
Right.
He ain't taking nothing with him. Don't try to humiliate us with. I'm making $70 million. Who cares if you're making $70 million? Yeah, Maidana's probably making 5 or 6. Who cares? You're making 70, good for you. But don't fucking try to humiliate it with it. Mention 70, I'm making 70. So what, bro? So what? Good for you. That way you could pay all your girls with you. You could pay all your employees, because all the 50, 100 people that are with you are on the payroll.
Yeah.
They're on the payroll. They're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all on the payroll. So okay, good for you. But I do respect everything he's done. What he's done in boxing, look, early this year, December, January, even February, the whole boxing world was frozen because he still hadn't said who he was going to fight.
True.
Amir Khan, Maidana, he does that poll, okay, people could vote. Which other fighter could do that? Ain't no other fighter that could do that, bro.
Yeah.
He's the only one that could do that. He could freeze the boxing world, especially the welterweight division.
Right.
Golden Boy, Al Hammond, nobody could do anything with any of their fighters because they don't know who he's going to pick.
Right.
Everybody's waiting like, fuck. When he decides, okay, I'm going to fight Maidana, then, okay, Amir Khan could fight this guy, then, Sean Porter could fight this guy, then they could do fights. But until then, nobody could do nothing because they don't know what he's going to decide. So he's the only one that could do that. So for that, I give him props. No, he's the only one that could do that, bro. He's the only one.
Now, some boxing heads say that him showing you respect the first time was because obviously you deserve that respect, and this time out is trying to play some head games because he knows to a certain extent that you and Maidana have something to offer that you guys have what could possibly defeat him.
I agree, bro. And if you go back and watch the fight, the first 4 or 5 rounds, you could see him walking to the corner or during the fight. He was in trouble. He knows he was in trouble. He knows, he's like, damn, he knew that Maidana was not what he expected. He expected probably an easier fight. But, when Maidana kept going, when he got caught,
right,
he was worried, man. Every time Maidana was in there, he was talking to the ref. You're not supposed to talk to the ref. The ref, yeah, you're Mayweather, but let the ref do his job. The ref did a lot of warnings to Maidana because Mayweather told him, not because he seen him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all that is part of the fight. Let the ref do his job, but don't tell him do this, do that. He was worried, bro, and he knows that this fight is going to be as tough or even tougher because for this fight, I'm having my full 8, close to 9 weeks of training. For the first fight, I only had 5. I'm going to have good rounds of sparring, in the first fight, I didn't have enough rounds. I was short on rounds for sparring. So all that is gonna make a big difference, man.
Now, everybody wants to know about, obviously he's got the home court advantage fighting at the MGM Grand. That's his home. But everybody's asking about the glove situation. I know me and you talked about it a little bit, but can you drop?
I don't think it's resolved yet, but I know we're not gonna wear the MX. That's for a fact. He's not gonna let us wear the MX. Even though Cotto wore them, and even though some of his fighters have wore them, some of his fighters' opponents, the ones he has under contract, the opponents have wore them. Everlast or Reyes. He didn't want us to wear Reyes or Everlast. MX. Everlast, MX. The MX Everlast or the Reyes. They said no. So if he's too much about protecting, the boxing business, getting fighters not to get injured, then why is he allowing his own fighters to wear them or their opponents to wear them? I don't understand. If he's about protecting fighters, then it should be all of his fighters' opponents and his fighters themselves, because some of his fighters have worn them. That I don't understand, but at the end of the day, we're not going to wear them. So, I know Everlast has, even the Power Line, it's not a bad glove. It's just that we had never worn them. Maidana had never worn before, so it was a little uncomfortable. It's a little bit smaller, when you type the glove up. I had to remove the gloves once so I could put them back on. To get his hand inside the glove, I had to put Vaseline so it could slide in, because it wouldn't fit until I put Vaseline. Then so those are things that we didn't expect, we weren't used to, so that it bothered a little.
Now you said Chino's manager be coming next week, so y'all be working on that next week or two before the fight.
It can be. They can't save this until the week of the fight. Sure. It's got to be resolved, and I know it's not Reyes or it's not the MX. It'll be Powerline, or it'll be Everlast has another pair of gloves that is really good too. So either one, but as long as I have enough time to train in it, that's all I need.
What do you make of BoxingHeadz saying, Maidana and Robert should just pull the fight and pulled Floyd Mayweather's card the last time out?
Look, we could have done it, and I think at the long run, with the lawsuit and everything, Maidana would have probably been better off, because it would have been huge, man.
Right.
We would have pulled up, but Maidana's a fighter, man. Maidana's like, nah, I gotta fight this dude. Thousands of fans from Argentina flew in. Maidana couldn't walk away from the fight. It's big fight, big stadium. The preparation we already did it. So, he says, nah, I gotta fight, and I don't blame him. We could have walked away, man. It would have been so bad for Mayweather, man. He would have been in trouble with Showtime, with all the sponsors. He would have been in trouble with the MGM. He would have been in deep trouble. It would have cost him more, and it would have cost us. But Maidana's a fighter, man. That's like, nah, we're still fighting this dude.
Wow, so that's the truth right there. You guys realized it would have cost him more, but the truth is, Chino's a fighter and he wanted to fight.
We had to take the fight. We had to take the fight.
Cool, man. Well, that answers a lot of questions. But before we let you go, I appreciate the time. I know we're gonna get ready for Chino. Anything you gotta say to the fight fans, the BoxingHeadz out there?
Just thanks for all the support, man. I know you guys are always big supporters, and with all my fighters doing the right thing, we have so many that we can't win them all, but we're always go out there to do our best and keep our fans happy.
And I do want to say that before I forget, man, and I think that's why people love you, man. The fans, it's almost like you got that people's trainer approach, like, people's champ too, but it's like you're one of us, that's why everybody gravitates to you.
That's the way I am, bro, and the fans have already noticed that if I'm working with Maidana, who is from Argentina, against the Mexican, I still defend my fighter 100%. I just had Brandon Rios fight an Argentinian. I gotta defend my fighter 100%, and that's probably what fans see and what they like. It's not like I'm taking sides right now. My fighters are 100% number one always, and whoever it is, I got guys from Argentina, from Russia, from Puerto Rico, Mexican Americans, and I'm always going to defend my fighters 100%. And that's what the fans tell me, that I'm 100% real.
Absolutely, and you get mobbed by the fans. I seen you last week in Glendale, man. You walked in, I thought it was Manny Pacquiao for a second there.
It's fun, to see fans get excited, and that's one thing we got to do, take care of our fans always. We always take care of our fans. I always tell that to Mikey, Brandon, Chino, everybody. If fans are there, we got to take care of them.
Cool, well, we appreciate you. We appreciate the time. TRUBoxingHeadz here at Robert Garcia Boxing Academy.
Thank you very much.